Chris Singleton. The first half of the All-Star break is behind us, and partner, it's go time in the second half.
And if you want to be playing meaningful games at the end of September, you got to put your head down and grind for the next 8 weeks.
It's the Baltimore Orioles and the Chicago Cubs. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. All right, just about set to go. And pitching here today, Colin Ray. What do we need to know here?
Well, he's been a very dependable starter for his club, and what stands out for me is that left-handed hitters have really struggled batting below 200 against him, and it just tells me they have a hard time tracking the baseball. Maybe it's the release point, maybe it's the motion, but just some way, somehow, they've got to figure out a way to pick it up and try to have some success from the left side.
Hard hit left side. Swanson fires over to first. And a quick out, number one. Take a look at the lineup. They do a lot of things well in this offense, Singy. They control the strike zone. They make pitchers work hard for outs. And as a result, one of the better OBP teams in the league.
Well, what I love about it is it's an organizational philosophy. Whether you go to instructional league, whether you go to spring training, you see these players even during batting practice. When it doesn't matter, they're practicing that type of approach, Boog. And when you have that filtering through the organization, even when you call up a player, they step right in and continue with the pattern that they have established at this level, which ultimately leads to a lot of success.
Line drive, come on.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. He hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
Gunnar Henderson digs in now. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. Well struck left field. That's back there. Pulls it in on the warning track. We're midway in inning number one. No score. Back here with my pal Singy. And pitching in this game, number 63. What do you have on him, Singy?
Well, he's been a real quality starter for his club. And coming into this one, what stands out for me is that right-handed hitters have really struggled batting below 200 on the year. It seems that they have a hard time picking up his release point and tracking the ball into the zone. So we'll see how right-handers do against him in this one.
That's in there. Going to count 1 and 2. You know, you translate on base percentage, it's basically this. Teams that have a high on base percentage, they don't make outs at a very high rate. As my buddy Joe Sheehan says, OBP is life.
I think he might have gotten away with one right there. That was a very hittable pitch right over the heart of the plate, and I know that batter is kicking himself right now. Would like to get that pitch again. Just pulled the string on it, and the deception gets him the K.
So here's Kyle Tucker now. On the ground, right side. Mayo takes it himself, and here this afternoon, 2 quickly away in the bottom of the first. Time now for the Chicago Cubs lineup. At the very bottom, hitting 9th, Dansby Swanson.
Well, he's an important part of this lineup for sure. I mean, there's no doubt about it, Boog. It's somebody that they try to feed off of. He does a lot of things, very well up there at the plate. He's got a presence about him, and, he's a guy that you really kind of like to watch swing the bat.
2 out, space is empty. That one a little bit high, and that's ball 2. So here in the 3 spot, Chris, a hitter low average but high slug.
Well, one thing he's going to lean on are the metrics. His exit velocity has been really good. He's just had some bad luck hitting the ball right at people.
That one hit the knees for a strike.
Full count.
Outside, and that is ball 4. And that's how they get their first base runner of the game.
Now, this was a story we were paying attention to before the game. We've seen him give up walks in the past, and it's an issue once again early on.
And now it's going to be Pete Crow Armstrong. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And now a runner moves into scoring position as we look for the first run of the ball game.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
First and second, 2 outs. Carson Kelly, the next Cub to hit. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Runner around third on his way to the plate. The throw's offline. He's safe. On the board first, it's 1-0.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Just a simple ground ball the other way, but had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
So 2 down. Ian Happ getting ready to hit. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Coming home. 1 run across. Here comes Kelly. The relay. And he's out.
You're out.
Cut down, and that ends the inning. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. Second inning coming up here at Wrigley. It's the Cubs 2 and the Orioles nothing. Here at Wrigley Field, second inning set to go. Here's Adley Rutschman.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Yeah, big swing and a miss.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Now a pop-up on the infield. Brings it in. 1 away.
Batting fifth, the right fielder, number 6, Jeremiah Jackson.
And now the right fielder, Jeremiah Jackson. 1 out, bases empty. Next offering is in for a strike.
1-2.
One down, bases empty. Fly ball, pretty well struck right field. That's back there. And that one's gone into the bleachers. And that should quiet this home crowd. And they're on the board. It's 2-1.
That cutter low and away can be a really tough pitch. You have to stay within your mechanics and trust that you can get good wood to it. Well, he did right there. Really nice swing, and he was rewarded for it.
Now the left fielder, Colton Cowser. On the ground. Loves it on the dive. Throws from his knees. Nicely done for the out.
Look at the commitment to make the play down on the ground from the knees. That's not just arm strength, guys. That's core strength as well. Look at that rocket across the diamond. Outstanding job.
This is Dylan Carlson. Two down, nobody on. Swings through that one out in front that time.
1-2.
One and two here. And downstairs. And a pitch. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Now he'll turn for second. The throw in. Not in time. It's a double.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
And now the first baseman, Kobe Mayo. Fought off foul. Carlson on at second with 2 down. Got him. They limit the damage here.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
And we're back. We head to the bottom of the second. Now the third baseman, Willie Castro.
Castro.
And there's a ball. That's towards center. Makes the grab, 1 down.
Batting it, the second baseman, Justin.
Here's Turner now. Late with the swing there.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
That misses, and the count's full. On the ground to the left. Whips it across. And Turner is retired.
He's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And now it's Dansby Swanson. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. Fly ball to right. Jackson makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. On to the third inning, and into the box for Baltimore, Alex Jackson. Looking to get the tying run on base. Leadoff hitter gone in the third.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
Here's the second baseman, Jackson Holliday. And a 2-1 hammered but foul. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field, and that puts the tying run on base.
Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Here comes Craig Counsell, and we're going to see a pitching change. Colin Ray is done, and not his finest start. Never really looked comfortable out there. We'll have a new pitcher on the mound when we get back.
Now pitching for the
Taylor
Cubs,
Rogers taking over on the
number
mound.
55.
Well, the best relievers love the
Taylor
opportunity to come in and protect the tight
Rogers.
lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
One down. Jordan Westberg, the next to hit for the Orioles. Swung on, belted. Crow Armstrong running hard to get it. Can't get there. Should be extra bases. In comes the tying run from first. Save. And the go-ahead runs at third.
Now
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Put a really nice
Henderson.
balanced swing on it. And when you can rope one into the gap like that, you're thinking extra bases from the first couple of steps out of the box. And he'll feel real good about that one. Really important at bat coming up now.
Big spot, and up steps Gunnar Henderson.
Ball, that's in.
Here's a sac fly situation, and he's got to make sure he gets the ball out over the plate and get those arms extended. They're trying to crowd him with the infield in. This would be a big pickoff if he can push a run across.
This to third. Throw to first in time.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Adley Rutschman. Westberg on third with 2 out. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
And welcome back to the
Leading off
ballpark.
for the
And
Cubs,
here's the first
the
baseman,
first baseman,
Michael Busch.
Michael Busch.
That one catches the corner for a strike.
2 strikes to a guy who's already 0 for 1 with the punch out. The only guy in the lineup with that strikeout. But you can't get too relaxed. You still got to make good pitches to get him out.
Just
Nope.
missed.
Ball.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Went back to the fastball, and it was effective.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically
The
likes
right
to
fielder,
shoot the
number
ball the
30,
other way.
Kyle
But that time, a little anxious.
Tucker.
Kyle Tucker, a.k.a. King Tuck, to the plate now. Ball to strike. The pitch. Line drive. Adam in center field.
He was all over that fastball right there.
Now
I'll tell you
back,
what, if he
the
gets
designated
under it
hitter,
just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way back.
And next is the designated hitter, Seiya Suzuki. 2 outs. Foul ball there. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going.
I would throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Hit hard on the ground to short. Throws to first
That's
in
it.
time. And the Cubs go 1-2-3. Cubs are down quietly. And this game is still tied at 2-2. Welcome back, and now on the mound to start the 4th, Drew Pomeranz.
Now pitching for the
And he's got a
Chicago
big
Cubs,
time breaking ball to contend
number
with.
45.
Hitters gonna have to pick it up early if they're gonna have any chance.
Pomeranz.
Jeremiah
Leading
Jackson
off for the
now at the
Orioles,
plate.
The right fielder, number 6, Jeremiah Jackson.
Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that's the first out. Colton Cowser, the next to hit for the Orioles.
Colton Cowser.
That one almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
That one misses, and that's ball 3. Dylan Carlson in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. 3-2. On the ground to third. Castro sends it to first. And that quickly 2 away. So they're making a move for a bat off the bench. Tyler O'Neill.
And this is a big at-bat coming, Boog. Definitely a little added pressure on him here.
2 down, nobody on. And a swing and a miss there.
1 and 2 is the count. Ball. 2-2.
Ripped to short. Zips it to first. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. And midway in the 4th, we are tied 2-2.
Now pitching for
Welcome back, and they turn to a new arm as we kick off the bottom of the 4th. Number 86. This southpaw's been really good against left-handed hitters. And now Pete Crow Armstrong.
For the Cubs, the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong.
And that drops in for a strike.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
Strike 3, got him swinging. Now 1 away.
Very frustrating right there
Now
as a
catcher,
speedy
Carson
potential base runner. With 2 strikes, you just struggle to put the ball in play. You don't even have to get a hit at that point. You can help your team just by reaching on an error, but some way you got to find a way to shorten up the swing and put the ball in play next time.
And now the batter is Carson Kelly. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
1 and 2 is the count.
That missed inside. 2 and 2. Activity in the bullpen for Baltimore. Corbin Martin, the young right-hander, up and throwing. Aiken also throwing. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
Ian Happ up to hit. Just missed.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right
Now
there as he
batting,
got into an
the third
advantage count.
baseman,
Nice
Willie.
job going the opposite way with it,
Yes,
letting the ball
throw.
travel and not allowing the barrel to hook around the ball. It's so frustrating when you see a good pitch and your hands roll over. It was on the outside part of the plate, and he approached it perfectly.
2 outs, runner at first. This is Willie Castro. And strike 2.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed
One
in
ball,
here.
2
Look for
strikes.
anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
That one is absolutely belted. And it's into the bleachers. Out of here. His 11th of the year. It's 4-2. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
So 2 down. Justin Turner now. In the air out to center. That one gets down for a hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but
The batter,
he
number
did such
7.
a nice job of pulling his hands
Shortstop,
tight to the
Dansby.
body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be
Swanson.
hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Dansby Swanson is going to get a chance to hit. 2 outs. And a strike in there. The shortstop
2-2.
takes the ball. Turner, the runner at first with 2 gone. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. And it one-hops the wall. Coming home. Now a relay to the plate. Safe. And they lead by 3.
Comes through with the RBI. I love the approach he had right there with that pitch. Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it, and that's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite field gap for the double.
There comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Number 86 done for the day, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back.
Now pitching for the
Now on the
Orioles,
bump, Keegan Aiken.
number
Just trying to
45.
keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their
Aiken.
players a chance to fight back into the game.
So runner at second, 2 down. And now the first baseman, Michael Bush. Here's a 1-1. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1-2.
Man at second. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. 3 runs for them here, and they move ahead. On to the top of the 5th we go. It's the Cubs 5 and the Orioles 2. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Ernest Diaz. A chance at his
Now
first
pitching
save of the
for
year.
Cubs, number 8, Ernest Diaz.
And here's the first
Leading off for the
baseman,
Orioles,
Kobe Mayo.
The first baseman, Kobe Mayo.
And that
That missed.
misses.
That's the ball.
And it's 2-1.
You know, these
2
Orioles
balls, 1
just
strike.
lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Swings here and drives one well left field. Way back, and you can forget it. That'll fire up the dugout. His 4th home run of the season. It's 5-3.
Lightning fast hands to be able to hit that velocity fastball on the inside part of the plate. In my experience, when you're looking out over the plate, allowing the ball to travel, it's pure reaction to hit a pitch in that location. That's a tremendous swing.
And here's Alex Jackson. Liner, and this could be trouble. Around first, heading for 2. Into second, and he's got a double.
Everything came together perfectly for him
The
right
batter,
there.
number 7.
Loud contact
Second
leads to the
baseman,
double. I mean, you
Jackson
could tell it had extra
Holiday.
bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick. Now that sets up a huge at bat in this ball game.
So up next, Jackson Holiday. Off the mark
That's the ball.
there, and a count 2-1. No outs, runner on second. Outside low, 3-1.
With the big bats coming up and a home run already surrendered, he's really going to have to execute against these next couple of batters.
And the tying
This,
run
all
is
four,
on
take your
base.
Walks out of the bullpen can absolutely kill your momentum very quickly.
Now
They're in
batting,
some hot water
third
trying to
baseman,
protect this lead.
Jordan
First and
Westburg.
second, no outs. So next to hit for Baltimore, Jordan Westburg. Next offering is in for a strike.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
And now the count filled up 3-2.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout. Went right after him there, Siggy. No messing around.
3 pitches right there, 3
The bat,
really good
the
fastballs in that
runner.
at bat. But what stood out is all of them in a different part of the zone. He started them away. You look out over the plate as a hitter, and then he busts you in. You're not quick enough to be able to pull the trigger and turn on it. And then he finished up in the zone. Good velocity, caught the top part of that strike zone. That's a great example of how you mix your location.
Now this one's crushed down the line. Hooking. Foul ball.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
2 on, 1 out. Foul ball still a 1-2 count.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And they're down to their last out.
Oh, kind of a weird pitch and a weird swing on that strikeout. It's just a slider that caught a lot of the plate. I'd say a very hittable location. But in the box, I think he just gave up on it way too early. And by the time he realized it was dropping into the zone, he just fires off a really poor swing.
So it's their last chance in this one. Adley Rutschman, the next to hit for the Orioles.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed.
This one in the air. Bush should have this one. And that is the ball game.
The ball for his first career save deserves to be on display at his house. I mean, it's kind of like when a restaurant frames its first dollar bill somewhere on a wall. You just can't forget your first save.
A 5-3 final score in this one. The Cubs go home a winner. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.